Welcome back. It has been such a long time since I have seen everyone. We are so grateful for all of our new subscribers. I think we're up at almost 1,000 subscribers. So thank you so much for your support of the Fraser Homes team and our community. You know what to do. Like, share, and subscribe. Tell a friend how much fun we have on the Fraser Homes channel. So today we are talking about what is your project manager doing? Well, Fraser Homes, we are a general contractor. And for the most part, we are not self-performing the work that happens on your new construction project. So what do we do? What is your project manager doing? Well, a lot of the work that we do is behind the scenes. It is a lot of strategy, and that is hard to tell on the job site until you actually see the culmination, you see the organization, you see the coordinated effort. So, what is your project manager doing? Number one, you know that they are monitoring and managing quality. Fraser Homes, that is our number one cornerstone, that we have to have 100% quality. So your project manager is enforcing that. They are making sure that the materials that are delivered are A plus, triple A plus rated. That's our studs. We don't want bowed studs. They're making sure that the brick material is not chipped and deformed. They're making sure that the zip system that goes up, it is properly taped and nailed down for the right waterproofing. They're making sure that we have the right PSI in our foundations. And so that is the role, and that's what your project manager is doing. They are managing the quality, making sure that we have a structurally sound, excellent looking Fraser home. The next thing your project manager is doing is documenting. We believe in documenting everything. We have a saying here at Fraser Homes that if it's not documented, it didn't happen. And so that means that we are documenting the efficacy and evidence of all of those things that I just mentioned. So we are documenting by virtue of our daily logs. We talked about it in one of our episodes before that we communicate through Builder Trend. Capturing via photos and videos what is happening on the job is an excellent way to document. We give a narrative of what's happening on the job every single day, even if nothing is happening on the job. You get to realize that by virtue of the Builder Trend software and application that we use. We are documenting with our subs and vendors, letting them know this is what we need from you. All of that documentation takes a lot of time and effort. So while it is not actual construction work that's happening, it is all of the nuts and bolts that create the construction and the beautiful Fraser home that you intend to have at the end of the process. Obviously, the coordination is huge. So just think about the coordinated effort when you're getting ready to have a wedding. You have flowers and cakes and venues and menus and all of those things, and that has to be coordinated. That's why they call it a wedding coordinator. Well, that's the same thing. You have a project manager. Your project manager is your coordinator, and they are coordinating that the materials arrive to the site at the appropriate time so labor can begin. They are coordinating to make sure that it is properly staged, that the right material showed up. So everybody loves that black diamond velour that is on one of our homes down in Triple Crown. We'll post a picture right here so you can see that black diamond velour. But we want to make sure that it is actually black diamond velour. Could you imagine putting up all of this brick only to discover it is not the right color, it's not the right profile? We don't do that at Fraser Homes. We want to make sure, and it goes back to the quality. The next thing is mitigating risk. So construction is a risky operation. For Fraser Homes, it's definitely a risky operation because we're relying on a lot of other people to put their inputs into the process. Remember, you've heard me say you've got your input, your throughput, and your output. The output is the actual new construction, your beautiful new Fraser home. But the inputs are all of the inputs in terms of materials, in terms of labor, and then the throughput is how all of that comes together. Well, all of that is a lot of risk. There are a lot of people and a lot of processes that are engaging in the process. It's risk when it comes to water management. You will remember we said the number one job of the builder is to manage water. Well, we want to make sure that the drain tile is properly installed. So your project manager is mitigating risk, mitigating damage, mitigating water. This is what your project manager is doing. And finally, your project manager is managing the schedule. The schedule is very important. Remember, in our episode about the good, bad, and the ugly, we understand that some of the ugly parts of construction is construction delays. That is a result of weather and a culmination of other reasons why there might be some delays. But your construction manager or your project manager is managing the schedule, looking at how do we get what we set out. Remember our target, we talked about process capability. We need to know what the demand is. Your project manager is managing the schedule. Back to the analogy of a wedding. Okay, we've set the date. We're going to get married on X date. And so we have to have all of our vendors, we have to have everything in place so that we can have this beautiful wedding and begin our life together on this particular date. Obviously, we want there to be some flexibility with our homeowners and understanding that dates are going to have plus or minus some kind of standard deviation. And we'll talk about that in another episode where we're going to talk about anxiety and how to skinny down the anxiety when it comes to new construction. But there you have it. That is what your project manager is doing. They are the CEO of the project. They are managing time, scope, budget. We know that's the triple constraint. They manage it every single day. And so there are painstaking hours spent on making sure that every little detail comes to a beautiful crescendo, which is the luxurious, beautiful Fraser home that you get at the end of this process. And so if your builder is not talking to you about all of the back end that it really takes to have a fully custom new construction, it may be because they don't know the difference.